Find a position of stability and poise. Your upper body balanced over your hips and shoulders in a comfortable but alert posture. Rest your hands on your laps or whatever feels most comfortable. Your arms hanging by their own weight, stable and relaxed. Letting the breath just be as it is, without trying to change it or regulate it in any way. Allowing it to flow easily and naturally, with its own rhythm and pace. Now allow the body to be still and sit with a sense of dignity, a sense of resolve, a sense of being complete, whole, in this very moment, with your posture reflecting this sense of wholeness. As you sit here, let an image form in your mind's eye of the most magnificent or beautiful mountain you know or can imagine. Let it come into gradual focus. Get a feeling of its overall shape, its lofty peaks or peaks high in the sky, its large base rooted in the bedrock of the Earth's crust, its gently sloping sides. Notice how massive it is, how solid, how unmoving, how beautiful it is, whether from up close or from afar. Perhaps your mountain has snow blanketing its top and trees reaching down to its base. Perhaps it has rugged sides with streams and waterfalls cascading down the slopes. There may be one peak or a series of peaks, or meadows and high lakes. Observe it, noting its qualities. Then, when you feel ready, see if you can bring the mountain into your own body sitting here, so that your body and the mountain in your mind's eye become one. As you sit here, you share the massiveness, the stillness and the majesty of the mountain. Grounded in the sitting posture, your head becomes its lofty peak, supported by the rest of your body, affording a panoramic view. Your shoulders and arms become the sides of the mountain. Your buttocks and legs become the solid base, rooted to your chair, experiencing in your body a sense of uplift from deep within your pelvis and spine. With each breath, as you continue sitting, you become a little more the mountain, alive and vital, yet unwavering in your inner stillness, completely what you are, beyond words and thought, a centered, grounded, unmoving presence. As you sit here, becoming aware of the fact that, as the sun travels across the sky, the light and the shadows and the colours are changing virtually moment by moment in the mountain stillness. and its surface teems with life and activity. With its streams, melting snow, waterfalls, plants and wildlife. As the mountain sits, seeing and feeling how night follows day and day follows night, experiencing the bright warming sun, followed by the cool night sky, studded with stars, and the gradual dawning of a new day. Throughout it all, the mountain just sits, experiencing change in each moment, constantly changing, yet always being itself. It remains still as the seasons flow into one another, and as the weather changes moment by moment and day by day, calmness abiding all change. In the summer there is no snow on the mountain except for its peaks and in the crags shielded by the direct sunlight. In the fall, the mountain may wear a coat of brilliant fire colours. In the winter, a blanket of snow and ice. In any season, it may find itself, at times, enshrouded in clouds or fog, or pelted by freezing rain. People may come to see the mountain and comment on how beautiful it is, or how it's not a good day to see the mountain, that it's too cloudy, rainy, foggy, or dark to see it. None of this matters to the mountain, which remains, at all times, its essential self. Clouds may come, clouds may go, tourists may like it, or may not like it. The mountain's magnificence and beauty, however, is not changed by whether it is seen or not. Seen or unseen, in sun or clouds, broiling or frigid, day and night, it just sits, being itself. At times, when visited by violent storms, buffeted by snow and rain and winds of unthinkable magnitude, through it all, it just sits. Spring comes, trees leaf out, flowers bloom in the high meadows and slopes, birds sing in the trees once again. Streams overflow with waters of melting snow. Through it all, the mountain continues to sit, unmoved by the weather, by what happens on its surface, by the world of appearances, remaining its essential self through the seasons, the changing weather, and the activity ebbing and flowing upon its surface. In the same way as we sit in meditation, we can learn to experience the mountain and embody the same central, unwavering stillness and roundedness in the face of everything that changes in our own lives, over seconds, over hours, over years. In our lives and in our meditation practice, we experience constantly the changing nature of mind and body in the outer world. We have our own periods of light and darkness, activity and inactivity, our moments of colour and moments of drabness. It's true that we experience storms of varying intensity and violence in our outer world and in our own minds and bodies. shoulders, buffeted by high winds, by cold and by the rain. We endure periods of darkness and pain, as well as moments of joy and uplift. Even our appearance changes constantly, experiencing a web of its own. By becoming the mountain in our meditation practice, we can link up with its strength and stability and adopt its qualities as our own. We can use its energies to support our energy, to encounter each moment with mindfulness and equanimity and clarity. It may help us to see that our thoughts and feelings, our preoccupations, our emotional storms and crises, even the things that happen to us, are very much like the weather of the mountain. We tend to take it all personally. However, the mountain's strongest characteristic is being impersonal. The weather of our own lives is not to be ignored or denied. It is to be encountered, honoured, felt, known for what it is, and held in awareness. And holding it in this way, we come to know a deeper silence and stillness and wisdom. Mountains have this to teach us, and much more if we can let it in. So, if you find you resonate in some way with the strength and stability of the mountain in your sitting, it may be helpful to use it from time to time in your meditation practice to remind you of what it means to sit mindfully with resolve and wakefulness in true stillness. So remember the mountain you have become and created during this meditation, and remember how it sits throughout all life challenges. Remember also how you can become the mountain by just sitting with change and being still and being just you. Accepting that life will change and does change, and being just like that mountain. So let's come out of the meditation now with a sense of stillness and an acceptance of change, just like that mountain. So start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, and slowly and gradually just start to come round now.